Good morning, everyone. It's Maria, the vocal alchemist with Song of the Soul. So I wanted to come on here to talk with you guys because I realize I need to be talking more and sharing with you about why sound healing is important, what I actually do, and why I think it's beneficial for you and for everyone and how it's helped me. So I just got back from the Andrea Bocelli concert, and it was an incredible experience. We were fortunate to have backstage passes through a contact of my family, and we got to meet Andrea. And energetically, it was such a beautiful experience. So I want to share because I'm feeling so much. There was such an energetic exchange that happened when we got to meet. When Andrea was next to me, I got to give him a hug and let him know how much he inspired me in my life and my musical career. And since I was a young girl, admiring his music, his art, but also his spirit. And he hugged me when I told him that, and I got to feel his beautiful, warm, cozy energy. So beautiful, such a treat. So I want to talk about energy. I want to talk about all of this. I want to talk about goals. There's so much. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. And I want to share with you guys because there are certain techniques that I've used that have really helped me and my career, my journey that I'm still on and still learning on all the time. And I just realized that I need to keep sharing with you and being super honest about everything in my journey and my career because I want to connect with you deeper. And I just want to share. I want to share about all of it. So ebbs and flows come in life, and we all have different goals. We all have setbacks. We all have dreams. And sound healing made its way into my life through a number of powerful mediums, and I did not know it was coming. I did not know it was coming to me when it came. It happened shortly after a life-changing surgery that I had, a spinal operation. And as you guys know, with the spine, there's neurology attached to the entire system. And after my surgery, a number of sensations opened up for me, spiritually, physically, auditorily, and in every way, in all the senses, the five senses and beyond. So it's been amazing because I've connected so much deeper to things I've always felt and known, and spaces I've always felt, known, and explored as well. And having guidance and mentorship along the way has been so important to me, and I'm always still looking to connect with more guides and mentors, and because we're all one and we're all here in this community that we call Earth. And it's a powerful thing when we connect together and when we collaborate and when we inspire each other, and it's just an amazing thing. So at that point, when I was having my surgery, leading up to it, I had so many physical challenges that I stopped singing for a while and evolved my life around becoming an at-home luxury travel agent, because I could do it sitting down, and not having to be so physically strenuous on my body was very important. It was paramount for me at the time because I couldn't walk for more than 15 minutes without being in excruciating pain, you guys. Like my feet, it was something with my feet going on, and it was back pain, it was neck pain, it was lots of things, but mostly it was accumulated trauma over the years. So if we don't move energy and trauma out of the body, it can fester. So this is something amazing that sound healing does. So I had to do something to help make ends meet, and I started that career and in luxury travel, having had no experience in sales, no knowledge of the travel industry at all, and no clients, but an open heart and determination to succeed and to learn and work really, really hard. So yeah, it was a blessing to have that job. And I had a bunch of different techniques that I came up with on my own to help me sort of do this thing that seemed impossible, you know, with my limited resources and like, my not everything. It just didn't seem, but I believed, and I was able to sell $1 million in sales in the first 3 years of doing it through some amazing techniques, one of which I called $1 million manifester. So it was strongly a technique, or is strongly a technique that's centered around our misconceptions or our thoughts, our fears. And it's an exercise that specifically targets what those fears are, but not only targets them, changes them into something very beautiful and powerful and meaningful for you, believable for you, and attainable, that you can bring into your auric space. And I do it by way of music and sound and words. So that was something that I did for myself to help build that business up, LuxQuest Luxury Travel. And I was very fortunate to be hosted by the Departure Lounge when I did this, and an affiliate of Virtuoso Luxury Travel Consortia. It was so amazing to learn from all of them, and I loved it so much. I was able to earn about 50 5-star reviews on Google. And it was just this incredible boost that I really needed, because physically I had been super depleted there for maybe like 5-6 years, accumulating up to it. And then when it was time to have my surgery, everything came to a complete stop, right? Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, because I still kept, I was actually still working on a corporate trip at that time that I finished and completed after my surgery as well. And it was a great year. That year I traveled to Iceland and to Africa and to the Caribbean and Italy. So it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. So once I needed to get back to sort of a homeostasis and regulate my body after going through the surgery, there were a couple of things that really stood out to me that I learned I needed to do to help ground and center myself. So covering my eyes was extremely helpful for me, because it helped me stay in the present moment. It helped me connect with my own energetic fields and feelings and spaces and calm down. Also, sound, humming, singing gently when I was able to start singing again, because in my surgery they moved my esophagus, so I had to learn how to swallow again, and that was quite it still makes me emotional to talk about, because I didn't know if I would be able to sing again. So music and sound healing instruments completely helped to open up the pathways in the body. And I discovered this through experimentation, through always just like kind of being open to receive signs for whatever was meant for me. And that's kind of how this all came to me. So once I got my voice back, I was experimenting more with my voice in a different way than I had before. Not always just classically or in the realm of pop or multilingual. Like now I was exercising my light language, and I was singing in tones and just vowels and shapes and whatever came to me spiritually, energetically, which is also something I had done since I was a kid. I would sing in just whatever, a made up language, and I didn't, think anything of it, but I had always felt right and felt good. And then I remember hearing when I was like 10 years old that Lisa Gerrard called the language she sang in Gladiator and the score Now We Are Free, she called it her light language. Because people always said, what is that language that you're singing in? Yeah, everybody has this language or other ways of communicating with people that are not just in English or like by writing or our typical means of communication, right? So this was another thing in my, after my surgery, experiencing energy and connecting, you know, with the other side, like just other dimensions that are not here that we can see. You know, it's like we can't see Wi-Fi, but yet we believe in it. You know, if we have a fan in front of us and it's spinning extremely fast, those frequencies and sound waves are there, even though we can't, and like the actual fan is there, even though it looks and appears differently, it's still there, it's still spinning, but things can just appear and visually different, but they're still there in other dimensions, spaces, and frames of time and energy and quantum, you know, physics, metaphysics. So in college, I had also learned about cymatics. I had, you know, before my surgery, I had lived in LA for about 6-7 years, and I was studying audio engineering and studio production. And one of the first things we learned was about cymatics, and our teacher took a metal plate and threw sand on it and put an oscillator underneath it and showed us how sound waves make perfect shapes, perfect geometric shapes, you guys. For example, shapes like this, also shapes like this. So music is amazing. Nature is literally perfect, and sound waves produce geometric patterns. So how does this relate to music? Well, because it does something to the body when you are around these beautiful geometric patterns and shapes, because we feel energy, especially if you're highly sensitive, if you're auric field, if you are open to receiving those feelings and those emotions when you hear a moving or a touching song, or when you play frequencies, you know, off of YouTube, or using SOUNDBOWL instruments, listening to SOUNDBOWL instruments. They're very impactful. So what I've learned and what I've seen and what continues to drive me is seeing how there's no limit. There's actually, like, it seems like there's no limit to the amazing effects that sound healing can have on other people. I've had reports of people telling me just from a virtual sound experience with me that they've gotten 11 hours of sleep afterward through a virtual experience. Then I've also recently had feedback from a couple who I did a private session with, sharing that after their session, and it was their first time in a sound healing experience, sharing, also virtual, sharing that it brought them closer together and that it helped get their guards down, and it was a very intimate experience for them, and it helped them to come more down to the same level with each other and come to a common ground, is the words that he used. I quoted him on my website if you would like to check out Jeff's review and his testimonial, which was incredibly beautiful to hear. And I feel so grateful and very humbled to be in this sort of role as a conduit to help people connect with themselves more and the people around them more and feel empowered. And that's why I do what I do, is because I want you to feel as connected and close to yourself as you desire, and to your goals and your dreams. And I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel like you're able to enjoy this life and enjoy all of your gifts, because you all have so many gifts. And one of my gifts in this life is being able to see the gifts in you. So whoever you are, whoever's watching this, I love to work with people one-on-one and get to connect with your energy just by looking in your eyes and share with you the beautiful song of your soul, pun intended, and how I see your superpowers and how to share them with the world. So, and when I started having spiritual experiences, just different changes in the body, like feeling vibrations in the body and energy, and like a touch on my cheek, a brush on my shoulder, a flutter, you know, finding feathers, signs, you know, different things happening, like very like specific signs, the signs that I would ask for. And, you know, I would, Archangel Michael, please tell me you're with me. and then a license plate pulled up in front of me and said St. Michael on it. So the signs are there. If you want to connect and you're open to it, you can. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine as well. Everybody's on their own individual life journey and life path, and I am here to be a guide and a conduit to help you connect with yourself more. So that's why I love to do what I do. And I really hope that you will connect with me. Check out my website. There are so many different services that I love to offer. Something different for everyone, whatever stage of life you're at on your path, whatever you might be exploring or opening up or wanting support with, or maybe you just want to recalibrate your energetic fields, your muscles, your body, the spaces in your energy. And I do this by way of voice and sound. So thank you so much for watching this video. I didn't want to make it too long. I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit more about myself and what I do, why it's meaningful to me, because I feel like I don't talk about this enough, and I need to share with you all what I do. So maybe so you can connect with it, hopefully, and understand why it is important and how important you are, and that we're all in this together, and connecting together with each other is how we get there, is how we keep putting beautiful vibrations of love and authenticity and support and passion, creation, innovation, and fruit and high frequency energy into the world. We do it together. We do it together. While this is like an individual life journey that we're living, we still are very much together. So I love you, and I'm very thankful to you for watching this video. And I hope I get to hear from you very soon and connect with you even deeper. And I thank you so much from my heart to yours. And with you, I love you. I'm sending many blessings. Take care for now.